and a free 1-month trial.
Michelle MacNeill's body was discovered in a bathtub in their home.
I need help. Okay, they're on their way. Is your wife breathing? She is not.
An initial autopsy report said she died of natural causes.
Prosecutors allege she was drugged and drowned, a murder plot so Dr. MacNeill could continue an affair with this woman, Gypsy Willis.
He's adamantly professed his innocence from the beginning.
The world now knows that my father has committed murder.
It seemed like the picture-perfect marriage, the doctor and the former beauty queen. But did Martin MacNeill kill his wife so that he could be with his alleged mistress? He's charged with first-degree murder right now. He's going to be in a Utah courtroom next week for a final hearing before this big trial begins. Criminal defense attorney Tanya Miller joins me now to talk about this riveting case. So, Tanya, prosecutors seem to have a really strong case. There's a lot of mystery, though. What happened to Michelle MacNeill? Why is that?
Right. Okay. So here's the problem with the prosecutor's case, okay? They do not conclusively have an autopsy report that tells them the cause and manner of death. That is homicide 101. That is where homicide investigations and prosecutions start. We have multiple autopsy reports reaching different conclusions about how Miss MacNeill died. We have one saying she died of natural causes. We have one saying she died under suspicion. It's not clear if she drowned. It's not clear if there was a drug overdose or some combination of those. So that's going to be a hurdle for the prosecution to overcome.
And one of the most eerie things about this case to me is the fact that her 6-year-old daughter found this mother of 8 in the bathtub dead. No child should have to see something like that. What do you think is the strongest evidence against Martin MacNeill?
Well, that's an interesting question, Natasha, because what the prosecutors have against him is a circumstantial case. So typically in a circumstantial case, there is not one, smoking gun. There are all of these small things that when you put them together, put forth a very clear picture of what happened. We have Dr. MacNeill having a very hot and heavy affair with this gypsy woman who it is clear was moving in and wanting to take over the life that his wife had. We have him making statements about wanting to get out of the marriage, wanting to be with Gypsy, being in love with her. So I think the strongest piece of evidence, if you can put your finger on it, is probably going to be that relationship with Gypsy and his motive to have his wife get.
Okay, and then I was reading one of Nancy Grace's producers, an interview with him. He was talking about a second alleged mistress. It just keeps getting juicier and juicier. I want to get your reaction, though, because what is kind of surprising to hear is that his own daughter thinks that he's lying. Let's take a look here to what MacNeill's daughter said on HLN After Dark about his 911 call after allegedly finding his wife in the bathtub.
I just know it was all staged. He's an actor, and he orchestrated this murder, and that was part of it. This was all a lie.
Yikes. So I'm wondering, what's Martin MacNeill's defense to that?
I don't know. I mean, he's going to have a very, very hard time. Look, his own daughters have essentially turned against him in this case. I'm not sure what his defense is going to be. If I were his attorney, I would focus on the fact that this death happened many years past before they actually conducted a homicide investigation. They can't tell you exactly how Mrs. MacNeill died, and it's really essentially a circumstantial case. But he's going to have a tough time with this case.
And we'll see if they put him on the stand. Tanya Miller, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so you often hear about dishonest